So my friends, you are welcome on the Diaspora Untold Stories. These are series that are going on, and I'm telling you, every time we get one story, I don't know about you, but I get motivated, I get inspired, and I'm like, yes, I can do it.
Yeah.
And today we have one of the beautiful ladies here in the Massachusetts. She's been on the show one time with a friend of ours called Mrs. Nsubuga, and they were teaching us more about how we can live as Christians and yet we are in the diaspora. And today she's here to tell us her untold story. Welcome.
You're welcome.
How have you been?
Not bad.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm happy you are here today.
Thank you for taking me.
Oh, so I want the viewers to know who you are first.
Okay.
Just introduce for those of you the friends who are watching for the first time, and then we'll continue from there.
Okay. Yes, my name's Mildred Kawere. I'm married, and we have 4 kids, 3 girls and 1 boy. I live in Massachusetts, definitely, and I've married for over 15 years. Okay, and I'm happily married. I thank God.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's Mrs. Kawere.
Yes.
And what do you do?
I'm a hairdresser. Yes, I'm a hairdresser for a long time.
For a long time.
Yes.
That's Kampala Unisex,
Yes.
as you told me.
Yes,
Kampala Unisex?
Kampala Unisex Salon.
Yes, so if you're from Kampala and you come here and you want a salon to, that's
fit.
Kampala. Yeah, Kampala Unisex.
Yes.
So welcome.
You're welcome.
We want to hear the whole story now. How do you end up here?
Well, the beginning was good that you know how we start to follow the visa thing. 2 times I was denied, okay? And then I joined a club, a cycling club, as a young girl. So I did that for 2 years, and we would travel to South Africa. We went to Nairobi. We went to Nairobi several times within the country, Mbarara, East, West. Oh, I loved it, because it really gave me a good time to spend as a young adult.
A young adult.
Right.
So you do bike riding? I'm just listening and I'm like, wait a minute. Wow.
Then I used to, not anymore.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I used to.
You know, it keeps someone fit. I wish I can do that.
Yeah.
So that's what brought you?
No, well, yes, but after the denial, and we got one time an invitation from Washington. I think I remember it was Washington.
Okay.
And after the invitation, we applied for it, and we got visas, about 20 of us.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's how
I usually say it's easier to work for your way to heaven than getting the visa to this place.
Yes.
It comes so hard.
Very hard.
And yet when we come, tell me when you came.
Oh my goodness. Thinking you've come to heaven, I don't know about you, but at one point people will be like, if I'm if I'm in America, let me die in America.
I'm done. Everything will be
but
set.
A young girl coming to America, I had my sister here already, so I chose to settle with her. And at one point, I started working.
Yeah.
I think I got the money that would make me comfortable living.
Yeah.
But inside me, I had no happiness at all. I felt every day was getting darker. I was stressed, not from job, not from anything, but the inside of me was very stressed.
Oh.
I got into depression.
Yeah.
And my sister was very worried. I started not to come out of the house. I started to be in there, and she was worried.
Of course.
She was worried, like,
your baby sister is
exactly. And she it was her dream to have somebody from home to join her as a family.
I can imagine,
And then maybe after a long time, because even before then, I started getting choices. I'm like, okay, if I increase the bottles of beer, maybe it will give me. Exactly.
Wow.
And then after that, if I increase even from beer to strong liquors, maybe I'll get happiness. It didn't.
There's no way to
let me, if I change my dressing, maybe I can get the happiness. I mean, it was a struggle.
I can imagine.
It was a struggle. And I'm getting my money and I'm working, but it didn't work.
How do you come out of it? Because I see a happy lady right now.
By grace of God.
Yes.
By the grace of God. Because one time a friend of mine offered me a car. It was a small Jetta, black. Very old, very old car, but I treasured it so much. And I used to put on this a Christian radio, actually, AM 590. And at one point, they have gospel music going on.
Yeah.
So every time I listened to the music, I wasn't a music fan, like, you know, especially the gospel.
Yeah.
Talk about music, but the gospel
But
this
not
time.
that. Yeah.
So every time I put it on and I listened, it caught my mind and I felt some kind of warmth. But I didn't recognize it right away.
Yeah.
It was after a while that every time I put on the music, I feel nice.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable. So I started to play it over and over and over. And before you know, I would stay in the car for hours.
Wow.
For hours. And yet, my sister was one of those Christian life young girl. You know, she was kind of she prayed.
Yes.
She had her Bible right there. She would read her Bible, and I'm looking at her like, whoa, what is this one doing, wasting time? Yeah. But so that's how it kind of changed. It was the music,
the gospel music.
It brought life in me to push away.
Maybe someone out there going through depression, could use that. You know, there are many ways, but that could be for someone out there to use the gospel music, as you're saying, any Christian music that edifies you, and then it can get you out of that. So now we thank God that gospel music serves you, and you now become a happy person.
Yes.
When do you get your husband? You said you've been married for over 15 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. At the time, I didn't think anybody would ever give me joy. I was one girl who was like no to everybody. And then my sister was kind of concerned. Hey, Mildred, you're saying no to everybody. What's going to happen? And even to this particular one, my husband today, I pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. But I would always listen, hear my sister's voice. You're pushing away everybody, Mildred. Before you know, you won't have nobody. So then I turned around to say, okay, this one,
I'll give it a try.
I'll give it a try. And one thing that I liked about him, he was so hardworking, very hardworking. I'm like, he works hard. Maybe he can take care of me.
Okay.
You know?
We want a hardworking man. Who doesn't want that one?
So I gave it a shot and
Great. So you're happy.
Yes.
And I know you said you work with your husband.
Yes, we work together. We've worked since we opened the salon.
Wow.
Actually, even before we had our our shop. Because we had several stores that we rented. But we always went together.
So how is it that challenging working with your husband at the same workplace?
That's a million question that I always hear about. Mildred, how do you
do it?
No.
Because I just imagine, go get me tea, and maybe you're busy with a customer, and then of course you have to do it for him.
Yes.
How do you handle it?
There was a difference. A husband at home.
Okay.
And a husband at work. So I think in me or in us, there are those two switches.
Wow.
One switch at home and one switch
at work.
Oh,
that's good to know.
Exactly. So that at work you still have a respectable atmosphere of a co-worker. Okay, like you would have a manager at work, the way you respect them, and when you go home, you're not going to respect your husband as the manager. Isn't that right? Exactly. Yes. So there is that demarcation of, okay, this is home, this is work. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But I usually ask this question to many people here who come on this show, that sometimes most of the communities, basically where we meet or find ourselves, is mainly in the healthy world, healthy sector.
Yes.
For you, you are in the beauty industry.
Yes.
How come you are not tempted to be a nurse?
I was tempted to be a nurse. I registered West Roxbury.
Okay.
I registered. I was given everything to start like on Monday. I drove almost to school and I stopped in the way.
Oh, wow. What stops you? Gas? Like, you ran out of gas?
No. Somehow I'm like, is this really
what I want?
Yeah, but in me, I had no power to choose what and what. I kind of followed the majority.
The majority, yes.
You have to have this health thing, like going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to stop on the way, that I don't even know how it came.
Wow.
Yeah.
The inner man says, this is not your thing.
Yes. And
oh my goodness, I'm just trying to
until when I was attracted to this side, then I started to value the person in me, because back in the boarding school, you know how you have parties at school? So students would come at my bedside to give them a look.
Yes.
Shape their hair. Yeah. We never had so long the hair, but even the little, because we have, brush it. So before they go to the party, they would come to my bedside. Mildred, can you do this? Can you do that? And my sisters would give me clothes, bring at school. So kids come in and fit if we have an occasion. So then I started to pull back my me then.
Then, yes.
Like, there was somebody else in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So it was now being rebirthed.
I think so.
Oh, so wow. That's an interesting part where you were driving and then you're stopping and you're like, I don't think this is me. Yeah. Well. Yeah. And you're doing so well. How is business going?
No, business is good, of course, back and forth as any other businesses. Yes. But the fact that you get to learn the ups and downs.
Yes.
And you get to follow them, that okay, even if winter is coming, I may not have maybe as much flow of customers coming, but then I can always switch to what will fit in the winter time. So that kind of strategies, slowly by slowly, you learn them.
You learn.
Yes. Okay, now this is summer, many people go out, they don't want to stay indoor, then what do you do? Right? Oh, in summer I can do a barbecue. Yes. So Saturday my husband does a small barbecue. Yeah. Brings at the salon. Yeah. And people come in the same time eating some barbecue. Wow. That creativity. Exactly. Wow. Wow, I'm loving that. Yeah. Wow, that's so I'm touched by that creativity, because sometimes when we are at our workplaces, we need to be creative. We need to come up with ideas. How do I better this? Yes. Okay. I hear many people complaining about the winter season when it comes, and you're like, oh my God, I hate the snow. But it's good to that creativity to know how will I handle the situation when the winter comes. We are right now seated out here. Winter is coming, and then there will be no more outside. So it's getting what do I do? Yes, what do I do? That's so beautiful. Yes. Slowly I know I'm going to let you go. I know you're a busy mom, you're a busy wife. I'm all yours today. I'm yours today. But tell us a little bit, how are you managing wife, mother, work, and you're in diaspora? Exactly. How do you do that? Yes. For the children part, I had number 1, number 2, things were getting harder, number 3.
Yeah.
So even though I thought of changing the career, but for one reason I liked it. It gave me so much time to take care of my kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, if I was called from school, maybe come and pick your daughter is sick.
Yes.
Well, I was kind of flexible.
Yes.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me stay with this one. It will give me that chance of spreading myself where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
So with the children, that worked very well.
Okay.
And then the time when I had to, like for the maternity leave, number 1, number 2, then I told my husband and said, you know what? I had, I was certified already. I had my diploma already.
Yes.
And he knew, he liked what he was doing, you know, by heart.
Yes.
So I told him, why don't you go to school, get your papers for cosmetology, and while I'm gone for maternity, instead of closing, you know, because he was doing other work too.
Yeah.
So instead of closing my hours, you fully stay in the salon. So he went and did his cosmetology, got his diploma, and
let me cut you a little bit.
Right.
Do you hear that? Working together as husband and wife?
yeah.
The husband listening to the wife,
Right.
saying, okay, why don't you do this? And the guy is listening.
Yes.
That's so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Men out there, listen, take
Listen,
notes.
Yeah, so he did it, and it gave me a chance to, you know, even after the maternity for 3 months, I would be away. My husband was always there.
Okay.
And after the 4th child, he was like, Mildred, no, I'm not a full cosmetologist. Like, I have my own stuff I want to do.
Finish.
So he went for civil engineering, and he's now part-time.
And that's all good.
Yes, that all good. The children are done.
Yeah.
You know.
And the good thing about, you know, going back to where you were telling us about the America that you were not seeing before, you know, that depression part. But the truth is the America is there.
Yes.
Those opportunities. Imagine doing the cosmetology and then moves to civil engineering and he does it. If you want to do something else, he's still going to do it.
Yes.
Those are beautiful opportunities that you find. And indeed you get, as time goes on, you learn that there is beauty in this beautiful land where we are, where God has given us the chance to be. Yes. Wow, I'm so happy that you're here and you've told us your story.
Yes.
Just give us one more thing that you think, oh, Jen, you would have let me say this.
Maybe you should have asked me, how do I deal with my husband working in the same place?
Yes,
you know,
I think we asked, and you told us the demarcation.
The demarcation.
Yes,
but still, you know, until one time, let me give you this one. I don't want to leave it actually. Until one time, this lady comes in. You know, you can't. The husband will come in. Yes. You know, and you will fight over little things, forgetting there are people watching. Right. So we came through that until when. Let me say something, but until God shook me up and say, you know, you need to respect. Yes. You need to respect and you need to do it. No matter how hard it is, by grace you can do it. So moments come when, say for example, we're arguing and I'm the right one this time. Yes. But I don't have to explain it right away because the situation is an argumentative atmosphere. Yes. And people, we have customers who have come to relax. So then after time, I learned how to be quiet. Good. To stay quiet. And I'm expected not to show it, leave alone, you know? To be happy. Yes. Wow. Yes. Wow. Because you're at work. You at work. Yes. You know. Wow. It's none of their business. Yes. They don't wanna know. So one time I started practicing that, and I think it gave me fully a Christian person, what it means to be a Christian and have faith and believe in Christ and all that. So this one time, this lady comes in and say, "Oh, Mildred, I want to know, I was here one time and you had a big argument with your husband and you chose to keep quiet, and I thought you almost going to maybe drive different ways." And then she says, later on, I saw you bring something to eat
to him.
Okay. And she says, "Oh, I don't think I would ever do that." She says that. How do you do it?
Wow.
And then I was like, oh, that means people are watching. And I can become an open book.
Yes. Wow. You heard that, my dear friends. So these stories,
yes,
I just love them the more. But I know for sure, because of how the world is going and all that, sometimes there's that disrespect and all that. But yet we need to go back in ourselves and say, you know what? Where do we have to argue? What are we arguing about, first of all? Where do we argue about it? How? You know, it's very important if marriage and relationships are going to continue. I want to say thank you so much that you've come on the show. And hopefully we'll have you more and more.
See you again.
Because you're such a beautiful lady. You're such a humble lady. I love to live around beautiful, humble people like you, learn from you.
we learn every day. Because people are watching, you know.
Watching.
We have to value that.
And, you know, and that helps you yourself. Even when people really stop watching you, you already know that, okay, you know what? What about Christ? What about my children? What about you? You need that peace.
Yes.
So we thank God that people like you are coming out to tell your stories without limiting yourself, but you're telling it all as it is, and then we get to be inspired and we get to learn. So may God bless you, and for the viewers, thank you so much for tuning in on the Jane Umaga Show, and I pray as always that God keeps you safe until the next time. Be blessed.